Okay, guys, this is your file, okay, the one that you are opening from your assignment, okay? Here you have a large amount of data from all the countries, I think most of the countries, with all the changes on the number of individuals in each of the countries for the last 500 years, more so, because some of the countries are going to start with the year 1500, some others I think starts at around the year 1800. It depends on the availability of the data, but the idea is that you are going to be able to find any country that you want in here. Here are all the countries, some codes that the website use, the years, and the number of individuals. Now, I'm going to teach you two tricks for you to be able to search for the information easier, okay? So if you want to search for Colombia, probably you're going to do this, right? And it's not the easiest way for you to do that. So the easiest way is for you to go for the first row, select the first row, then go here to ordenar and filtrar and apply a filter. When you apply a filter, every single item that is repeated in this column or any other column is going to appear in here. So you open in this little arrow and you see a summary of all the countries are in here. So if you are searching for Colombia, for example, Colombia, I'll say it's appearing directly. You press accept and only the data from Colombia is going to be appearing in this page. Now, the second trick it's about when you push down your table, you are missing the titles, right? And if you're missing the titles, in some cases, when you have a larger amount of data, like for example here the number of individuals, or in this column you could have the birth rate, the death rate, and so on. Sometimes when you lose your titles, it's going to get a little bit trickier for you to know exactly what is the numbers you are checking in these columns, right? Like in this case, if you have the death rate for this cell for the year 1940, you are not going to be sure if it's the death rate, maybe it was the birth rate, but the easiest way for you to be sure of what you are seeing if you immobilize the panels. So you get to this part, vista, inmovilizar, and inmovilizar fila superior. When you do that, the titles are going to follow you all the time. That way it's going to be easier for you to check whatever data you are checking, okay, in that time. So now, for this activity, what you're going to do is to select all the data from the country that you have chosen, copy it, and open a new page and paste it over there. Now, remember last time you have performed an estimation work, right? So you're going to have to estimate how many individuals there are going to be by the year 2050. Okay, so for you to be able to do this, don't forget you apply an equation using the previous year and summarizing 5 years because we're going to do exactly the same thing. Do an estimation every 5 years. Once you have this equation already here, the only thing that you have to do is to push it down. Okay? Now, for you to be able to estimate, you have to use the equations you have used the last class. And now you're going to need the growth rate data and you're going to be needing the carrying capacity. Okay? For the growth rate, you can go to the website that I gave you. I attach a link on the assignment instructions, and that is going to take you directly to this website. Okay, and here you're going to be able to check this graph. This is for the whole world. Okay, it's not only for the country that you are checking, it's for the whole world and how the world population growth rate have changed in time. So now for the practice, you are going to be looking for the highest growth rate that is here around the 1968 and the lowest growth rate. This is an estimation because for the year 2020. But use those two, okay, 2.09 and 1.05 for you to try how these growth rates are going to be changing your graphs, the graphs that you are going to be creating at the end. And for the carrying capacity, use for the 1900, let's see 1900 here. For this number, take the 20%, okay, 20% and 50% of this number, okay. Calculate the 20% and the 15%, and you are going more than this. Sorry, guys, more 20% more than this population, 15% more than this population, and try to check the carrying capacity, how it's going to be affecting us taking these two data as the carrying capacity. Okay, with all that, you are going to have to create four different graphs. Okay, low growth rate plus carrying capacity of 20% more than in the population of the 1900, high growth rate with high carrying capacity of the 20%, low growth rate, carrying capacity of 15% more, and high growth rate with carrying capacity of 15% more than 1900's population. All that is going to allow you to create four different graphs. Write a short interpretation for each of those graphs, and then write your conclusions. All of that has to be presented in a Word document and send it to my email. Okay. With that, you will be finishing your activity.